everybody. Hi. Welcome to my channel. This is It Real? And it's been a while since I made a video without my father in it. So I've decided I'm going rogue, okay? I'm going rogue today. And I'm just gonna do random crafts I found on Pinterest because why not? The first one is this hanging paper doll tutorial. So I'm just gonna watch it and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've watched it. I'm fairly certain I understand it. I think I understand it. They didn't talk. It was like 10 seconds, because of course this is Pinterest and they can't really make anything that's super long, so it's a 10-second video. And yeah, I got as much as I could out of it. So now I'm just gonna go gather materials. I already got the paper and I've got hot glue to get that thing on. The thing. You know, the thing. And I'll be right back. Just give me like 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. And I have this. And you might be wondering, what is that? I'm sorry, but what is it? It is a bunch of colored pencils. Actually, there's like a bag, there's layers. There's this bag, which is pencils and pens and a whole bunch of erasers. And I actually DIY'd the design on this bag. I love it so much. Then I got my stay where you are, please. And I got this, my pencil sharpener. I got my more needed colors just in case, so that way I don't have to go all the way through this bag, because this one's bigger. And it's like I don't know how, but it's so much harder to look through this bag. And this is just mainly colored pencils. As you probably could tell. Oh, why is your pen in there? That doesn't belong in there. Alright, anyway. Let's start, I suppose. I'm assuming she had thick paper. I only have this, the thin stuff. This is what I'm working with. So I'm gonna just surgically glue these together. Or you know what? No. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna, when I cut it out, I'm gonna have both papers here. And afterwards, I'm just gonna tape them together. That way they'll be, laminated and stuff, too. Yeah, I actually like that idea a lot more. Okay, I'm gonna go get... Because I, personally, apparently don't know what I look like. So we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and find a picture of myself. That's gonna take some time, finding a picture I actually like of myself. I might be here for a while. You don't want to see that. Okay, I found a picture that I like of myself. And I'm betting editing me will show it to you. It's right here, maybe? 3, 2, 1, big reveal. That's the picture I chose. I'm thinking of going for this really cute cartoonish look. I don't really know. You will notice, this is a picture of me when I still had long hair. I cut my hair. You might not have noticed that in my videos, but my hair used to be super long. I mean, it was up just now, but super long. It is definitely needs to go back into... I don't know why I did that. I guess I just did that to showcase it to you. So there you go. I love you so much that I showed you how long my hair is now compared to that photo that I picked. Okay. Go on. Be bigger, please. I don't want to have to ask my sister for her glasses so I can look at that tiny, tiny picture. Thank you. Alright. This picture... I could have chose a better one. But anyway, let's start. Let's find, first off, getting the pencils.
Hi guys, this is Voice Over Me.
And this is when I decided that I was going to continue to talk to the camera, even though I knew very well that I was not going to be heard. In hindsight, I probably should have been like, oh, well, I guess now that I'm talking to the camera, I don't need to say anything else. Alright, so here I'm just drawing, I'm doing the initial sketch, and I continue to talk to the camera as if you know what I'm actually talking about. I'm doing one of those doll hanging things, except they're paper things. I don't know exactly what that's called. I really need to look that up again. Anyway, so the entire thing was that they could hang and the legs would sort of move if you moved it, which is kind of cool. And I decided that that was one thing that I wanted to do with my time. So just so you know, this is something that has been on my Pinterest, recommended to me for months now, so I really thought that I might as well just do it, because, you know, I was doing this video anyway. Might as well do something that Pinterest has been begging me to do for who knows how long. So, yeah, at this point, I start sketching, and I continue to sketch. And this is when I actually told VoiceOver Me to start, but I didn't really want to start there, in hindsight, knowing that I was going to talk and gab. Okay, and now this is a close-up of me doing the initial sketch. I actually looked at how they had their initial sketch, and I actually liked how they had it, so I sort of copied it a little bit, but my outfit is completely different from theirs, so it doesn't really matter to me that I copied the posture. I definitely wanted to go for a more cartoonish look than my usual style. My usual style isn't that cartoonish. Hey, get your hand out of the way. Thank you. Okay, move back. Thank you. And I'm actually proud of how this one came out. I would rate this I think it was a 7 out of 10 for me. Only reasoning it is that it was so hard to do it with the, thin paper, and there's my dad, hello. The thin paper was just so hard to work with. In the video, I'm assuming she had thicker paper. It looked like she had thicker paper because everything looked more stable, and that's the initial sketch. I was actually very proud of it at this point, and I didn't want to change it, which I didn't really end up changing the initial sketch, so that's good. Bye, Dad. Anyway, so one thing that I think you guys should definitely try out is just doing this was really fun. Go to your Pinterest, and if you're feeling really, really bored, go and search up crafts. Oh, and there's more of the initial sketch. If you're wondering what the dots on the leg are, those are actually going to be skin, because I have these stockings that I wear a lot now. This is like my favorite outfit, by the way. So I chose this picture because it's my favorite outfit of me, not because it's the favorite photo of me. A lot of people would probably get that confused, but it is not because I look good in that picture at all. It is because I personally love that outfit, and that hoodie is like my favorite hoodie right now. So we're just continuing to sketch and sketch and sketch. Comment down below if you would actually do this. A lot of the video is, I'm probably going to say, comment down below this, comment down below that, so you should probably get used to it before, it gets, too much. I'm just going to skip this part real quick. Okay, and we have officially skipped to just before she shows, or at least past me, shows the camera. There we are, and that's my initial sketch of everything. I got everything, and this is me telling the camera that I'm going to be going downstairs, and I'm going to start the initial sketch. So this is me going downstairs in the living room. I actually, in the middle of doing this, so I couldn't record while I was watching the movie, but this is what I did during, there. And I'm coloring it in. As I am going over it with pen, I actually decided that I could do the spots in the hoodie with the pen, because that was just so convenient.
I did a lot of the coloring and stuff downstairs. I didn't actually cut anything until the next morning, so day 2, because I got so enthralled by the movie that we were watching, which is called RRR, and that is from my dad's list. It's a very good list. Go check it out. This is me in the bathroom showing you, because the room in the light in the living room was kind of bad. And that's me symbolizing that I would cut it, but then the next day I decided I was going to cut it. And I actually forgot to film this part, but I got the stick that holds it up, and I put it through the hole. And get off! Tape, get off! Thank you. Hurt my leg. Anyway, so that's me showing that it actually can move when I move my hand and don't move the stick, which is really fun. And that's me symbolizing I have to cut her out now. A lot of this is just cutting and taping. And if you didn't know, I did actually tape the outside of the paper, or at least of the design, to both protect the design from getting ruined and to put 2 papers together. If you also notice that there is a staple on the paper to sort of keep them together as I cut, so that way they don't move. This is to thicken up the paper, so that way it becomes more sturdy. And my cousin walked into the room, so I was talking to her a lot. I was actually listening to True Crime when she started talking to me, and I actually had just pressed play when she started talking to me, so thanks! I kind of missed something, but that's fine. Nothing is more valuable than my cousin speaking to me in the middle of me trying to concentrate. But anyway, so this is me deciding that I should probably tape the arm before I go any further. That way, if it does move, I at least have a set position. And I'm actually so glad that I did this, even if it was a little wonky when I taped it. And I don't mean like I taped it and it was off center. I mean that the tape itself was just like it bubbled up in the middle. So I am a little upset about that, but that's totally fine. Tape does that all the time. And this is me having a hard time and struggling with said process. Of course, this took me in real time. This entire project, actually this entire video, took me over an hour to do and film. So you're going to be getting probably around half an hour of film. I'm not even sure because I'm not done with editing this yet. As I speak to you, I am just sitting here watching this in 2-speed and narrating. So this will be fun. I'm not actually sure how long this is going to be, but this will be very fun for at least me. Or you, who it doesn't have to do anything. You could sit there and have a great time. And this is me continuing to cut out this. This entire process was very annoying and slightly, nerve-wracking, because if I missed one cut or I made a wrong cut or cut into the design, it could ruin the entire thing, and I did not want that at all. So I continued and continued and continued, and it took me a while. I am going to say that it did take me a pretty long time to do certain things. I actually, in the very end of the video, decided that if I ever wanted to hang this up, I needed to put a pin on the back of the stick. So I made sure that it was nice and secure, and then I actually hot glued a pin to the back of the stick. That way it could still move around, but it was still it was still functional, but it was also practical because I could put it on a wall, I could put it anywhere. And it is actually on a wall now, which is great. And as I continue to tape this, I want you to know you are very loved, and I appreciate you. And I know that there are people in your life that appreciate you, even though they might not say it. And I want you to know as well that even though some people in your life may criticize you and yell at you and be mean, I want you to know that this is a safe space. This is a safe channel. and I love you very much. I appreciate you, and I think that every person in the world is beautiful and wonderfully made by God. I am a Christian. I do not judge you or criticize you for not being a Christian, although I do have my own views because I am a Christian. That doesn't mean in any way that I will make you feel any worse about your decisions or anything that you've done in your life. This is me deciding that taping the table was going to be the best way to do this. And this was actually very annoying because in real time, see, it looked like it took me a second. It took me a while. I sped this up quite a bit. It took me a while to get the tape off the table. And this is me not realizing that I'm still recording and putting it on my lap because it's easier to do so on my lap than it is to do it on the table. And I was really annoyed that this process took so long. But, you know, in the end, I am happy that this ended up taking as long as it did, because if I took any shortcuts, it could have completely ruined my design or this entire project, and this would have gotten a 2 out of 10 instead of a 7. For me, it's only a 7 out of 10 because of how tedious you have to be. I say the same with, I've actually made stickers before. Comment down below if you would like to see how to make stickers if you want me to do a tutorial on it, because I can and will if you guys want to make your own stickers. I have made them in the past and I would love to start making them again. So of course, just let me know down in the comments. Again, reminder, I will be asking you to comment down below a lot in this video, so wait till the very, very end before you comment, so that way, if you do want to comment in the middle of the video, that's totally fine. You can edit your comment as you go along. I do that a lot when people say, comment down below this, this, and this. So, I know I watch a lot of those videos where they tell me to comment all these things, and I'm like, wait, I wasn't even ready for you to say that. Like, I was just in the middle of typing the other thing. No, and my entire world gets shifted. Anyway, this is me hot gluing. Yep, I hot glued it to the back of the head, and it's there. That's me showing how big the blob is. And that's me putting it back on, and there you go, it's testing. Oh, well, there we go. I was testing it out. And I think this is pretty cool. I like this a lot. I'm rating it a 7 out of 10. You can see the design there with my hoodie. I really did go all out for this one because I wanted to do justice to the hoodie. And this is me deciding to talk to the camera and tell you guys that I did a 7 out of 10, not knowing that VoiceOver Me was going to completely trash myself. Anyway, this is me attempting to do a fish out of yarn, which I'm going to rate at a 2 out of 10. Specifically, I know people can do it. I can't. Okay, I just can't. And, you know, that's all right with me, at least. I think that people who can't do certain things, they are free to say that this is a horrible project because, you know, they can't physically do it, or, you know, it just takes a lot of time. This actually took 2 tries. I hated the fact that this took 2 tries because it wasted so much yarn, and I thought, oh, I can make a big fishy. Nope, I quite literally cannot, because if I do, it breaks everything, apparently. But I got pretty good at it by the end, and you'll see what I mean by that later in the video. But this is me not knowing this will be a failed attempt. Oh, and yes, of course, I ruined it right there in the middle of there. So I completely ruined it, and then I decided I was going to do it on my lap, which didn't make things any easier. But then when I put it on the table, I guess I kind of made it a little harder on myself because there was a bunch of stuff under my arms. So, and you might not see that there's stuff under my arms, but there's like paper and other stuff that's like right there. And this is also me before I decided that project numero uno should probably move away from the camera. Which, in hindsight, I probably should have thought of before. I'm gonna skip the sadness of attempt number 1. Ah, yes, the look of sheer disappointment. Alright, and this is me attempting number 2. And this one actually did turn out okay. I don't like it. It just doesn't look right. I actually did attempt the fin when I ended up doing the fin for the back twice as well, which didn't help the rating of this entire project. I thought this was just going to be a fun little fast project, but no. I decided this was going to be the worst and hardest project of all time. And here I am, continuing on number 2. Now, this one, I will admit, this is when I started to go, ooh, this is fun. It was very hard to make these little pom-pom things, but you know what? I am decently proud at how it turned out, considering I'm pretty bad at this. And just now, I had to get up because my grandfather said that there was something in the mail for me, which is unusual. And just now, while I'm recording my voiceover, I got my letter from Villa Roma, which, if you guys didn't know, I am in, well, at least I was in a competition, and I posted this on YouTube, but I will say it here now. I have been asked to come back because I am one of the winners of the talent show, and I'm going to be going back there from the 17th to the 19th in October, and I'm going to be competing again, so that's going to be so exciting. I just read the entire letter, and I'm just so thrilled. This is going to be so fun. And the entire thing is going to be just amazing. I am so excited. I'm thrilled. Wow. I can't even do a voiceover. Oh yeah, this is the part where you actually have to pay a lot of attention because you can't make it too wobbly. Unfortunately, I didn't know that at the time, so I was just cutting and cutting and cutting until I thought it looked okay. And yeah, there we go. There's my first ever pom-pom. I made it, and I'm like so excited that it actually turned out well because, you know, it looks... there you go. Comparison. I think that I think we did a great job compared to... Okay, and now this is when I decided that I was going to do cardboard for the fins. I actually decided against that at the very end of it, but it's just, yeah, it wasn't really the cardboard's fault. It was kind of my fault. Yeah, this is attempt number 1. I'm going to skip this part as well. I think I might have skipped too far, but that's okay because this video is pretty long anyway, and I'm sure you guys have other things that you would like to do. At least today, if you are a normal human being, you have other things to do, such as if you are a teenager or child, you have homework to do. And if you are an adult, you probably have a job or children or a pet or sleeping. You know, you probably have your bed to tend to. That sounds like a great idea as well. Oh. Don't worry, I'm shielding your eyes. I didn't realize how short these shorts were until just now. But of course, these are just PJ shorts, so it's not like I'm going out of my way to just sit there and show you everything. Oh yeah, and this is me hot gluing my fingers and the fin to the fish. I think this is still attempt number 1, if I'm not mistaken, but that's okay, I think. I think in retrospect, attempt number 2 looks better, but it's more stable, I think. That's me pulling the beautiful and hot glue off my fingers, you know, from my flesh. And that's me pulling the fin out because the fin looked horrible and I had to cut the glue that had already hardened off of it, which is probably why it turned out so weird in the very end. But that's okay, you know. In retrospect, I knew it was probably not going to be the best, so that's on me. Ugh. I'm so excited. This is so fun. I like doing voiceovers. I should do more of these videos often. What do you guys think? Oh, wait. I just saw like a cute little spider. Where are you? Where are you? Wait. Where did it go? There was a spider right on my... never mind. Anyway, I apologize. I get distracted pretty easily. this is me continuing to look at my lap as if there is no desk, and I am a beast who can do this freehand. And of course, me going ahead and hot gluing everything again off camera sounds like a great idea. I should really, find a way to, hot glue things in the camera, which I did end up doing at the very end, but I think I didn't do it in the middle of the video with most of these because I just didn't want to, what's it called? Move my camera. Hi, Sophia. This is a voiceover.
Aww.
Yeah, she just waved. So Sophia says hello. My cousin. She says hello. She gives everyone her greetings and her best regards. So I am so excited. This is so fun. And of course, this is me showing off the fin. That was the second attempt. And this, I made the rest off camera, but I did a pretty good job, I think. And that's the fish swimming. I think it's a cute little fish. I gave it to my sister. This is me explaining why I can't do the other one, because I tried it and it, wasn't for me. This is also me explaining why, it was a 2 out of 10. I had given it to my sister, and I'm like, hey, look, it's a fish. She goes, how? So I was saddened that she didn't think that it looked like a fish, which is why it gets a 2 out of 10. I'm sure other people could make things that look relatively like a fish, but apparently I can't. So, she had no idea it was a fish. She just didn't. I had to tell her it wasn't more than a pom-pom. It was a fish. But anyway, this is me going for and failing to do the next craft activity thing, and me going Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin was a waste of time, because I was going to do a bracelet, and it was going to do Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and stuff like that, and I was going to actually say it, but I'm not even going to include that one, because it was so hard, and I didn't want to do it. I gave up. I gave it a negative 30 out of 10. This is me quitting. And I'm pretty resilient, so this is something that, if I say that I'm quitting, that's, it's probably hard. And this is me doing the last craft. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Again, subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps out my channel. Ring the notification bell while you're at it, because why not? You might want to watch more videos of mine if you dare. You also might consider giving this video a like, commenting on this video if you haven't done so already with the commenting things like comment down below. I've done those quite a bit, so if you haven't done that already, why don't you go ahead and answer a few of my questions that I've already said in this video. Also, comment down below one suggestion that you would want me to do, and if you would want me to do this again, what kind of things you would want me to do, if you want me to do exclusively yarn things, exclusively this, exclusively that. And I think at the end, I'm not sure if I said this in the voice. Oh my gosh. If I said this in the voiceover already, I apologize. But if you guys want me to do a tutorial on how to make stickers, I am more than willing to do so. I love making stickers. They're so fun to do and so fun to make. So just let me know if you want me to do so. This is me doing the center. And when I say center, I mean center, because I actually did like a little daisy cup holder. And the entire premise of this activity was it was going to hold your cup, and it was going to be like a soft, what are they called? I don't even remember what they're called, but they're those things that you put underneath your cups just in case. That way there's like no water or anything going onto like a wood table, glass table, just to make sure that everything's clean. I'm not exactly sure what those are called, but I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. Maybe, if somebody loves me enough to comment on this video. Okay, sorry. That's me crying because I don't get very many comments very often, and that's, it hurts my feelings, guys. I make so many videos, and I try so hard for you guys, and then I don't get any comments. Like, I'll get a few likes, And I appreciate some likes on my videos, but I don't get any comments. I get like very few, and they're only from people that I personally know in real life. And I feel like sometimes they're commenting out of pity because they feel like, because they watch the video and they know me, and and I'll probably ask them later on if they watched my video, they have the obligation to comment on my video, and I feel like it's forceful. It shouldn't be forceful, and I'm not forcing you to comment, except for the gun that I have pointed at your head. I'm kidding. Except for the fact that I know where you live. I'm kidding. YouTube, it was a joke. Please don't demonetize me. Whoops. Okay. Anyway, if you guys want me to do anything, comment that down below. This is me continuing to do white pom-poms because I made a little daisy thing. It was a daisy-themed cup holder thing. And this is cotton ball number 2. Continuing to cut and cut and cut until I can cut no further, and I decide to cut my own I'm kidding. Don't. I didn't say anything. YouTube, please don't demonetize me. I am so sorry. I apologize. I am apologizing to the YouTube bosses. Technically, they're my bosses because, I make content. It's not like I get paid. This is more of volunteer work, but now that I think about it, this is like volunteer work. I mean, it's enjoyable volunteer work because I get to do things that I enjoy, and I get to show you how to do things that I enjoy. This is pom-pom number 3, if I'm not mistaken. I actually made 6 white pom-poms and 1 yellow pom-pom, so there was like 1 or 2 that I actually didn't do on camera. So that was a kind of annoying thing that happened in real life. I was in the middle of doing a pom-pom, and it actually came off of the fork, and I think this was pom-pom number 3, and it came off the fork, which is how I made the pom-poms, and I quite literally couldn't tie it very well, so I had to redo it while it was still kind of on the fork a little bit, and it was so annoying. I had to cut it, and it was just like, I really hoped it stayed together. So that was something that was very annoying. And this is me on the floor. This is what I'm talking about right here. Getting that shot of, me doing things with hot glue that I should have been doing this whole time, which is just filming from down. And you might realize there's not many effects in this video. That's because I don't really have the motivation to do any more effects as of right this moment, because right now I have this thing that is called, when I do a lot of projects, I get very tired. This is the same day as me doing all of this. This isn't like I gave myself any time to cool down and rest a little bit before I did anything else, but so that happened. And this is me flattening it, cutting it a little bit. My mom is continuing to try and call me. I apologize, Mother, but I am declining your calls. Here we are, and I'm testing it right now, and it actually can fit something pretty big, because that's actually pretty big. It's a big water bottle thing. I am very proud of this. This is a 10 out of 10 for me because it's functional and it's useful. It's something that looks very nice, and it didn't really take super duper long, although it did kind of take up most of my video. It was mainly this and the other thing, as well as the fish. That was mainly what this entire 34 minutes was about. This is me talking about my channel, and I'm going to hand it back to her. Just going to show you the ones that I've done. Actually, I put a pin on the back of this one so that way I could hang it up, because it's actually really cute. I like it very much. It's so cute, and it works so well. The entire premise is that she's being held like this.
So I like it a lot. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe if you like my content. Also, there's always a new video coming out. I've been making a lot of videos with my dad, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So if you would like to see that kind of stuff, ask us questions, we're totally up for doing a Q&A. That would be so fun. Just put us on the spot. Why not? But yeah,